News everywhere.
On City News 101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
It's a big problem with a simple fix. If you're not comfortable in your chair, if you're not comfortable in your sofa, Orms has the right one for you. And there's a good chance that it's in stock. Your solution could be in your home, right under you, in as little as a day. Log on to ormsfurniture.ca and you could be relaxing at home comfortably. Problem solved. Orms Furniture. You're ready for the good stuff. Just click ormsfurniture.ca.
Babe, where's the pink slip?
It's in your digital wallet, right where you left it.
And babe, when does our car insurance renew?
I don't know, but CAA Insurance does. They do a free policy review and tell us 60 days before renewal.
So they'll give us a heads up. Do they do it for anniversaries too?
You're hilarious.
Enter your renewal date to win up to $1,000 in Shell gift cards. Details at getcaainsurance.ca. Auto insurance is underwritten by CAA Insurance Company.
The investigation continues into the first fatal shooting of a police officer in the Pentlands since September. OPPSA Sergeant Eric
friends, including Sylvester Stallone, he tells us.
I didn't know about it until I read about it yesterday, and I was shocked because we've been dealing with each other for years, including the last couple years, and I never knew that.
Lundgren is even in Stallone's upcoming reality show.
Stallone says he recently spoke with Lundgren and was told he is doing better. Coming up in 60 seconds, a look at our top stories. We have sports after the break.
City News is everywhere.
When it matters most.
This is City News, 101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
On Mother's Day, no mom should be left behind. I'm Sarah Davis, Executive Director of Cornerstone Housing for Women, Ottawa's Shelter for Women. Many mothers, daughters, grandmothers, and caregivers come through our doors every day. When you donate to Cornerstone Housing for Women, you're helping to heal relationships and reunite families. You're helping someone get their mom back. This Mother's Day, you can make a real difference for mothers experiencing homelessness in our community. Please donate today at cornerstonewomen.ca.
Hi, Eddie Figueroa here at our lot at Import Car Center. With hybrid vehicles being in such high demand and with up to a 2-year waiting list at some new car dealerships, why not come check out our great selection? From the highly sought after Toyota RAV4 or the full-size Toyota Highlander or maybe the luxurious Audi Q8 hybrid, we have them all. Come check them out. Take them for a test drive. If you want to buy one, we'll have it in your driveway in 2 days, not 2 years. Import Car Center, 880 Maryville Road, and online at importcarcenter.com.
News. Now, from coast to coast, this is City News Everywhere.
Hello, happy Saturday. Today is May 13th. I'm Mike Gazzola, and here's what's making news right now. Wildfires in Alberta continue to burn out of control while residents in Drayton Valley wait patiently to return home. Many parts across BC will experience a heat wave this weekend with temperatures expected to reach about 30 degrees and higher. And talks continue between WestJet pilots and their employer as the airline looks to avoid a strike before Tuesday. And from Sportsnet Radio, Ben Lewis.
The Cinderella run continues for the Florida Panthers. Nick Cousins scored the game winner in overtime as they knocked out the Toronto Maple Leafs in 5.
Right wing side, Achari. Achari got it to the front of the net, but it was knocked away. 3 Leafs ball. Here's a 3-on-2 rush. Cross the line for Cousins. Cousins closing, shooting, scores!
That is the call from Joe Bowen on the game-winning goal. The Panthers off to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they will now face the Carolina Hurricanes. Morgan Riley and William Nylander scored in the loss. Leaf star Austin Matthews held without a goal the entire series. Elsewhere, Jack Eichel had a goal and an assist. Vegas had 3 in the second period. They overcame Edmonton 4-3 to grab a 3-2 series lead. Connor McDavid with 2 goals in the loss. We get one matchup on the schedule today. The Stars visit the Kraken. Dallas leading 3-2. On the mound, Chris Bassett was outstanding, pitching a complete game shutout, striking out 8, and the Jays blanked Atlanta 3-0. The teams meet again today. Jose Barrios will make the start. Watch it on Sportsnet. In the NBA playoffs, the Lakers are off to the Western Conference Finals. LeBron James was dominant with 30 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. LA toppling the Warriors 122-101 to advance in 6. Miami advancing in 6 games past the Knicks with a 96-92 win. MLS action. Portland welcomes the Vancouver Whitecaps to Providence Park tonight. CF Montreal is home to Toronto. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
As a parent in Ontario, I want my child to thrive in school, but I'm worried. My child fell behind because of the pandemic. To help them catch up, I know they need more one-on-one time with their teachers, extra help with reading and math, and more mental health supports. Nothing is more important to me than my child's education, and I know more classroom supports and government investments are needed to help them succeed. Learn what's happening in Ontario classrooms. Visit knowmore.ca. That's knowmore.ca. A message from the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association.
Experience a new lease on lifestyle by renting a Lapine apartment in a neighborhood you love. Thrive in a spacious apartment home that comes fully loaded with built-in home office and features that you never dreamed of having in the suburbs. Enjoy carefree living with heated parking, a fitness center, pool and sauna, a games lounge, expansive outdoor green space, and much more. Visit lapineapartments.com or call 1-888-4-LAPINE to find your next home.
This is City News. I'm Mike Gazzola. U.S. President Joe Biden is commending Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez for collaborating with the United States to expand pathways for migrants fleeing Latin America. Biden says Spain is working with the U.S. and Canada to set up migration hubs in Latin America where asylum seekers can apply for protection.
Together, you're helping us face the challenge. We're both facing the challenges of migration in the Western Hemisphere. You're doing a heck of a job.
The U.S. has been rolling out immigration measures at the U.S.-Mexico border since COVID-19 immigration restrictions had ended. The former U.S. Marine veteran accused of fatally choking a homeless man on the New York subway made his first court appearance. 24-year-old Daniel Penny appeared hours after turning himself into authorities. ABC's Aaron Katersky says he did not enter a plea.
Daniel Penny appeared briefly here at Manhattan Criminal Court on a second-degree manslaughter charge in connection with the chokehold death of Jordan Neely aboard a New York City subway car. Penny did not enter a plea, that will come later, but he stood ramrod straight before a judge, his posture befitting his status as a Marine veteran, and was released on a $100,000 cash bond.
Prosecutors say they are seeking a grand jury indictment. And an early May heat wave this weekend could surpass daily records in parts of the Pacific Northwest. The National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat warning for much of the western parts of both Oregon and Washington. Temperatures in Portland are forecast to hover in the mid-30s throughout the weekend. Temperatures could hit low 30s in Seattle Residents and officials in the Northwest have been trying to adjust to the likely reality of more frequent heat waves following the fatal heat dome that prompted record temperatures and deaths in 2021. Many of those who died were older people who lived alone. We have local news coming up in just 60 seconds. If you want to follow up on any story you hear on air, be sure to visit us at citynews.ca for more.
The News Watch never stops. This is City News everywhere.
On City News 101.1 FM and 1310 AM. Being homeless is hard enough, but it's even harder when you're sick. This week is National Nurses Week. At the Ottawa Missions Primary Care Clinic, operated in collaboration with Ottawa Inner City Health, nurse practitioners provide compassionate and evidence-based care for our most vulnerable citizens. On behalf of our patients, we applaud these wonderful colleagues, especially during this ongoing pandemic. The Ottawa Mission, more than a shelter. Over 1 million hours, always open, never closed. Visit ottawamission.com to learn more.
Get a fresh start to your workday with City News. We're first at 5 with Andrew Boyle.
When you wake up hungry for information, we serve up more local news more often.
When a local story pops up, we're on it. And we give you your fill of traffic, weather, sports, business, and more. He wakes up early to bring you the news first.
Weekday mornings, 5 till 6.
First at 5 with Andrew Boyle on City News.
101.1 FM.
And citynews.ca.
Transit Commission met earlier this week to talk about how to improve communication on OC Transpo.
There has been a great deal of frustration from riders with how OC Transpo delivers information around delays, cancellations, and complete shutdowns of the LRT. City staff updated the Transit Commission on how they are looking to improve communication with riders.
We will implement a new alert entry and management system for staff, as well as an enhanced portal for customers for their travel needs.
Ridership numbers climbed by 1.6 million in March of this year compared to March of 2022. However, Riley Brockington questioned that although the ridership levels in March matched the budget estimate, why was there a discrepancy in revenue?
Are we carrying more? For instance, we might be carrying more university students and fewer full fare paying adult customers.
Derek Page, City News.
And it looks like Canadian actor Ryan Reynolds will not be a part of the next ownership group for the Ottawa Senators. According to Sportsnet, Reynolds and the Remington Group will not be moving forward with their bid. But for now, other interested celebrities include rapper Snoop Dogg.
Red light camera reported ahead.
City News weather specialist John Wilson. No complaints this weekend for the Ottawa Valley. Sunshine drenched wall to wall. Today, 20 degrees in the sun. Tonight, clear at 6, and more Mother's Day tomorrow. Sunny and 20 again. Maybe even better. Wednesday, increasing cloud 23. A weak disturbance will slip by Tuesday. There'll be a mix of sun, cloud with a few scattered showers. Not much really. And 17. Then Wednesday, sunny and 16. Today's high, 20.
This is City News. I'm Mike Gazzola. The top baby names in the U.S. have been revealed. Eva Fragiscatos takes a closer look.
Okay, drum roll, please. The top names in the U.S. last year were Liam and Olivia. The annual list by the Social Security Administration was released today. Liam has been number 1 for 6 years, and Olivia has been at the top for 4 years. Emma comes in as number 2 for girls' names, followed by Charlotte, Amelia, and Sophia. For boys, Noah was number 2, followed by Oliver, James, and Elijah. As for new female names, Luna came in at number 10, and other emerging names on the rise include Renly, spelled with a W, Naraya, and Amiri. The popular hit series Yellowstone has helped the names Dutton and Casey gain traction for boys, along with Chosen and Kaza. Eva Fragiscatos, City News.
This weekend's Eurovision Song Contest is taking place in a city brimming with Ukrainian flags, Ukrainian food, Ukrainian musicians, and Ukrainian fans. In Liverpool, the English port city that gave the world the Beatles, they are using the contest to offer displaced Ukrainians a taste of home. Many pubs and venues are holding Eurovision parties. Businesses are flying blue and yellow Ukrainian flags, and a Ukrainian village inside the waterfront Eurovision fan zone is dishing out some Ukrainian food. One element that will be missing, though, is President Vladimir Zelensky. Eurovision organizers barred him from addressing the Saturday final of the pan-continental music competition. The European Broadcasting Union says letting Zelensky participate would breach the non-political nature of the event. And a fugitive task force has captured one of two inmates who escaped from a prison in Philadelphia. U.S. Marshal Robert Clark says they were conducting surveillance in an area of North Philadelphia where they believed one of the fugitives was staying, and they saw him leave a residence dressed as a woman.
A male resembling Nasir Grant came out of a residence wearing full female Muslim garb and a head covering. That gentleman piqued our interest. He got into a vehicle. We followed that vehicle over here to the 2800 block of West Dolphin Street, and a felony vehicle stop was conducted.
The search continues for another fugitive who was facing 4 counts of murder when he and Grant cut through a fence and escaped from a correction center on Sunday night.
Can't believe we're out in the boonies fishing in a rainstorm. You're such a keener, bud.
Yeah, but how was my Subaru, eh? What a beauty out in that mud, eh, bud?
Oh, yeah, for sure, buddy. I mean, she was ripping, but maybe we should get back to it, bud. I mean, the rain's gonna fill the boat.
Fill the boat? That's what the bucket's for, bud.
Yeah, but, like, what if the bucket's filled with fish, eh?
Don't worry, bud. The fish can swim.
Are you sure?
Enjoy great value at the all-weather drive event at your local Subaru dealer. Bud?
Hi, I'm Cherry Tab, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. As the official laser eye center of the Ottawa Senators, we know what it takes to build a winning team. We've got one of our own. Our world-class surgeons can help you get back on the ice, the field, or the court with your best possible vision. Help your eyes keep pace with your passion. Google Herzig Eye Institute. Call us for a consultation. There's no charge. Look after yourself. Promise me.
I'm Ari Rabinovich. Sleep Country Canada reported their latest quarterly earnings and saw sales meet the average analyst estimate. Throughout the pandemic and up to now, the company has seen resilience even in tough economic times. Stuart Schaefer is president and CEO at Sleep Country Canada.
During the pandemic, when everything shut down, obviously the business all shifted online. When the stores reopened, consumers decided to continue the journey into the stores and definitely wanted to lay down on the beds and test them as well as the pillows. But we definitely saw a big shift back to the stores.
In a period of heightened inflation and higher prices for just about everything, customers are still willing to consider investing in a mattress.
The choice, and I think customers want that choice, especially in an environment where maybe we're a little bit more conscious about every dollar that we spend. And there's really, you can get a great feel and quality of a mattress in so many different varieties of price points. And I think that definitely, that selection process is very important, as well as the brand names, but the ability to have that choice is very important.
And thriving in the mattress business means you have to offer more than just mattresses.
Even though our sales were flat, which we were quite happy with because Q1 of 2022 was our largest quarter in our company's history, so to be flat even in this environment is amazing. But what we saw was mattress units were down, but our accessory business was up. So we call that our Starbucks effect. Everybody wants a little bit of taste of luxury or comfort within their lives, and we do believe that's greater lead generator, so when their confidence comes back, they'll come to us for the mattress.
Stuart Schaefer is president and CEO at Sleep Country Canada. And at the City News Business Center, I'm Ari Rabinovich.
This is City News.
CIWW 1310 AM in Ottawa.
And CJET 101.1 FM in Smith Falls and the Valley.
Hi, it's me, Cecilia Woods. I'm launching an incredible new dining experience. The food? Perfect. The decor? Oh, perfect. The parking situation? Well, nothing's perfect. I'm not even a real celebrity. But this would be the perfect time for Intact Insurance to come in with Submit a Claim on your app. When things aren't perfect, just make it Intact. Visit intact.ca or talk to your broker. Conditions apply.
Take the benefits of microneedling home. Save over 45% on the Beauty Bio Glow Pro microneedling facial tool. Today's showstopper and best offer of the day at TSC. Help restore skin, reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles, and maximize your skincare routine. Regularly $249. Today only, it's $129.95. And get interest-free easy pay and free shipping. Shop exciting offers every day at tsc.ca. Today's shopping choice.
Hello there, it's Saturday, May 13th, and I'm David Natalini. Here's what's making news right now. Rising temperatures stop flames. Alberta's wildfire situation could worsen as rising temperatures prompt a warning from officials. BC is also seeing rising heat this weekend. We hear from a physician on how you can avoid a common heat-related illness.
A Vancouver nonprofit organization, Hub Cycling, says it wants other provinces to do the same after the BC government made some changes to better protect vulnerable road users.
And talks continue between pilots and WestJet after their union threatened to issue a strike.
Florida continues their phenomenal run, eliminating Toronto in 5 games to book their place in the Eastern Conference Final. The Oilers are on the brink of elimination. Sports at 45.
And coming up in business, we talk to a husband and wife team who are driving the North to South Pole in an electric vehicle.
Those stories and more are coming up in 2 minutes.
You're listening to City News 101.1. A serious crash at the 417 and Hunt Club has killed 2 people early Friday morning. Police were called to the area after the vehicle landed upside down in a field at the bottom of an embankment about 400 feet off the road. Firefighters had to cut both people out of the vehicle, but paramedics couldn't save them, and both people were pronounced dead at the scene. OPP continuing to investigate after a fatal shooting of a police officer in the town of Bourget, just east of Ottawa. Sergeant Eric Mueller was killed and 2 officers injured while responding to a disturbance call at a home Thursday morning. Now, police say a 39-year-old man from that community has been charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. And the LRT regular maintenance next month will mean partial shutdowns for 2 weeks. Renee Amakar, the head of OC Transpo, saying the entire system won't be closed during that period, but there will be times when there is partial service from 8 in the morning until the end of the day. The exact schedule for partial shutdowns will be released in the coming days, but you can expect disruptions between June 5th and June 19th. For more local news anytime, follow up online at ottawa.citynews.ca.
I'm City News weather specialist John Wilson. No complaints this weekend for the Ottawa Valley. Sunshine drenched wall to wall. Today, 20 degrees. The sun tonight clear and 6, and more Mother's Day tomorrow. Sunny and 20 again. Maybe even better. Wednesday, increasing cloud 23. A weak disturbance will slip by Tuesday. There'll be a mix of sun, cloud with a few scattered showers. Not much really at 17. Then Wednesday, sunny and 16. Today's high 20.
This is City News. I'm David Natalini. And here's what's making news right now. There has been an update from provincial officials on the wildfire situation in central and northern Alberta. The Director of Emergency Management, Colin Blair, says the weather this weekend means even though the number of evacuees has been reduced over the course of the week, more residents may have to flee their homes.
For those of you in a community that's on an evacuation alert, please continue to be prepared in case you are asked to evacuate. I urge you to pack important medication and documents and enough food and supplies for a minimum of 7 days. And people should make plans for their pets. We've heard from concerned people who've had to leave their pets behind when their community was evacuated. If you have left a pet and you need someone to check on it, please contact the SPCA.
Over 16,000 Albertans remain out of their homes, with more than 70 active wildfires in the province, 20 of which are considered out of control. Roughly 200 more firefighters are expected to arrive in the province to help the more than 1,000 currently battling the fires. In the meantime, residents in the town of Drayton Valley, Alberta, are wondering when they can return back home.
Residents are warned it could be another week until they go home, but it all depends on this weekend and how the hot, dry weather impacts the fire.
Never had this happen before. This is bad.
Waiting is hard for Drayton Valley evacuee Leonard Matlock, but feeling the heat return.
Well, it's hot, and it kind of worries everybody because this weather and the wind, hot spots here, they pop up out of the ground.
See, that fire is coming again. The Buck Creek fire has been burning over a week now and has a 43-kilometer perimeter. Mid-afternoon Friday, firefighters had only secured 63% of that. In Brazeau County, Carly Robinson, City News.
NBC is also experiencing a heat wave this weekend. City's Sarah Chu is in Vancouver and speaks to a physician on how to avoid a heat stroke.
It's not the heat dome of June 2021, but the lower mainland is in a mini heat wave until Tuesday, with temperatures expected to reach the 30s. With all the sunshine, you might be tempted to spend time outdoors, but a medical officer says you need to watch out for signs of heat stroke or exhaustion.
When we start to see symptoms like confusion, fainting, and a high body temperature that just won't cool off, that could be a medical emergency, and it's really important for people to seek help in those times.
That was Medical Officer Michael Schwant with Vancouver Coastal Health. The BC government has made some improvements to its Motor Vehicle Act to help more people stay safe. As City's Maria Vinca reports, a Vancouver-based nonprofit organization hopes other provinces will follow the same path.
The province recently approved Bill 23 in its legislature. It's aimed at improving safety for vulnerable road users and increasing accountability. Aaron Olin, the executive director of Hub Cycling, says that there are many positive changes proposed, including the Safe Passing Distance Law,
which indicates a minimum safe passing distance when somebody driving is passing somebody walking or cycling or otherwise a vulnerable road user, and that sets an expectation that people have to give at least that much space.
Omlin says that she is optimistic about the outlook of road safety as transportation continues to evolve. She says that she would like to see all provinces across the country to implement similar safety measures. The province says these changes are part of the government's Clean Transportation Action Plan that is set to be released later this year. Maria Vinca, City News.
While WestJet passengers are being told not to worry too much about a possible strike affecting travel on Tuesday, the union representing the airline's pilots says contract talks with the company continue. It had threatened to issue a 72-hour strike notice Saturday at midnight, but has now walked back on that threat. The workers' issues resolve around job protection, pay, and scheduling. In a statement this week, the Calgary-based airline said its pilots are among the best paid in Canada. To Toronto now, city councillors have voted to declare homelessness an emergency in the city and are pledging for help from higher levels of government. City's Carling Donahue has more on how the declaration, although significant, does not trigger any immediate action.
Council declaring homelessness an emergency in Toronto as of this moment really is just that, a declaration. It's akin to ones made by Hamilton and Fort Erie, and similar to those cities, Toronto won't see any immediate additional funding or resources released from other levels of government, even though councillors voted this declaration into effect. One somewhat tangible positive did come from the meeting, however, as councillors voted to lower the threshold for when warming centers open up. However, they did say the city needs a more than $5 million contribution from the feds and the Fort government to even operate those centers, so as of now, this isn't a guarantee. If the funding goes through, warming centers in Toronto will open up when temperatures hit -5 degrees Celsius. This past winter, they opened when temperatures dipped to -15 or -20. Carling Donahue, City News.
This is City News.
Everywhere.
And tomorrow is a very special day for an iconic TV show. Seinfeld is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the final episode aired back in 1998. City's David Augustine has more.
The show ran for 9 years from July 5th, 1989 to May 14th, 1998 on NBC. It was created by its titular star Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David. Along with Jerry, some of the cast included Jason Alexander as George Costanza, Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Elaine Venice, and Michael Richards as Cosmo Kramer. The show was based on the stories of the writers' real lives, but adjusted to the characters' storylines. One of my personal favorite episodes was the car rental episode where Jerry had this classic line.
So you know how to take the reservation, you just don't know how to hold the reservation. And that's really the most important part of the reservation, the holding.
David Augustine, City News.
We'll have a local update in 60 seconds. You're listening to City News.
Your news
From coast to coast
This is City News everywhere.
on City News 101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
I'm Peter Tilley with the Ottawa Mission. This week is National Hospice Palliative Care Week. Since 2001, and in partnership with Ottawa Inner City Health, the Ottawa Mission has been providing spiritual care and palliative nursing supports to those who are homeless and vulnerable in our community. As well, memorial services in our chapel allow friends, family, and staff to comfort one another. The Ottawa Mission, more than a shelter. Over 1 million hours, always open, never closed. Visit ottawamission.com to learn more.
Can you imagine a magical world
Filled with elves and fairies.
and pixies and sprites?
Whose only job is to make people happy
They want to see you smile
and laugh
and sing.
and dance a little.
These magical beings will suddenly appear.
When you call 1-800-GOT-JUNK,
We make junk disappear.
all you have to do is point
And then you'll look at babies and smile.
and tell delivery people to have a wonderful day.
And wave at your neighbors whenever you see them.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
The investigation continues into the fifth fatal shooting of a police officer in the province since September. OPP says Sergeant Eric Mueller was killed and 2 other officers injured while they responded to a disturbance call at a home in Bourget, just east of Ottawa. A 39-year-old man from that community has been charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Regular maintenance on the LRT next month means partial closures for 2 weeks. The OC Transpo boss Renee Amilcar is saying the entire system will not be closed during that period, but there will be times when there is partial service. The exact schedule for the partial shutdowns will be released in the coming days, but disruptions are expected between June 5th and June 19th. And it looks like Canadian actor Ryan Reynolds will not be part of the next ownership group for the Ottawa Senators. Sportsnet reporting earlier this week that Reynolds and the Remington Group will not be moving forward. Now, the other bidders in the mix include rapper Snoop Dogg, who joined the bid put together by LA-based businessman Nico Sparks, and Canadian superstar The Weeknd, also reportedly interested, according to Post media reports. The deadline for final bids for the Ottawa Sens is on Monday.
I'm City News weather specialist John Wilson. No complaints this weekend for the Ottawa Valley. Sunshine drenched wall to wall. Today, 20 degrees in the sun. Tonight, clear and 6, and more Mother's Day tomorrow. Sunny and 20 again, maybe even better. Wednesday, increasing cloud, 23. A weak disturbance will slip by Tuesday. It'll be a mix of sun, cloud with a few scattered showers, not much really, and 17. Then Wednesday, sunny and 16. Today's high, 20.
This is City News. I'm David Natalini. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have a look at your top stories and a check of sports. You're listening to City News.
Breaking news that matters to you.
From coast to coast
This is City News everywhere.
on City News 101.1 FM and 1310 AM.
Coming home after a long day can feel safe and comforting, but for some, that is not always the case. Shelter Movers Ottawa helps families to leave an abusive home by providing storage, moving supplies, and helping hands. They have completed over 1,000 moves to date and are asking for your help for the next 1,000. Every $200 helps a family move to safety. To learn more about how you can support Shelter Movers Ottawa, go to sheltermovers.com/Ottawa.
My brother and I, we work hard. But when we hit the road in my F-150, looking for our next ATV mud run, we're always ready to go the distance.
The 2023 F-150 with an available Power Boost hybrid engine with an estimated combined fuel economy of 10.1 liters per 100 kilometers. Right now, get 2.99% APR purchase financing for up to 72 months on select 2023 F-150 models. Start your journey today at your Ford dealer of Ottawa or Ford.ca.